everybody, how you doing? You get a chat going here real soon. Just sent out a link to everything. So for whatever reason, my button was stuck on my stream deck, so the intro kept playing and playing and playing. Guess I was talking to nobody, but that's okay. No worries. I'm actually gonna look into this chat bot here and see what I could come up with. If this is your first time here, please hit those likes. Please hit that subscribe button. We're going to be talking a lot about Bitcoin this evening and other assets. This potentially be a relief, could it not be? Get into it. Actually, let me put the link in the Telegram chat as well. I've been talking this whole entire time, and I muted my mic. Ouch. All right. Anyways, I appreciate you coming out. Um, yeah, no, I don't really care that there's not a whole lot of people here right now because I literally am doing this a few hours earlier than I normally do, but that's okay. Uh, there's a few things I want to get knocked out, so we're doing it a little bit early. And not only that, a lot of people are still getting off of work and stuff like that. They'll catch it later, so I'm not really too worried about it. As we go, we're going to build a much larger audience as well, and it's gonna be pretty good. So, yo, my brother Bullish Jeff is in the house. What is up? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just talking about things that we're going to be looking for over the next couple of weeks here as this potential reversal does happen. So we're going to be watching the dollar, we're going to be watching Bitcoin dominance, we're going to be watching ES1. Obviously, we're going to be watching the Bitcoin chart as well. And we're going to be watching the USDT dominance, which I'm going to show you guys something right now. Now that I mention, because there's going to be something potentially coming just like we see on the dollar, right? So as you can see, can't see it because I got to turn on my MAs. Oh, let me turn them on. So anyways, you got the 200-day moving average here. We're going to be approaching that real soon. I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see. This is going to bounce once it hits the 200. It's just a technical move. That's how it always happens. You can even look back, bounce, got close, bounce, got close, bounce. Especially the first time coming from, above, right? So we're at least going to get a bounce here. Run it up a little bit. Will get rejected, just like all the other charts, and then it's going to roll over and then finally puncture the 200, which is what we want, because when this goes down, that means stable coins are flowing into assets. And in order for assets to go up and rise in price, we need the USDT dominance to come down. So that's what we're going to be working on and looking at and tracking over the next few weeks as this rally progresses, and it's going to be very interesting. So I'm pretty excited. There's going to be a lot of money to be made. Bitcoin made a pretty decent move today. Obviously we've seen way bigger moves out of Bitcoin in a day, but for me, this is a good start. And I don't really want to see one big giant candle, because we know it's just going to come right crashing right back down, right? But if you look left right here, we are battling some resistance at the $19,000 level, which is perfectly fine. It is a little more resistance, but I do think we can break. What I would really like to see, I would like to see us stabilize here for a couple of days and just kind of chill out just a little bit, let these MAs catch up, and we can start seeing lower time frames cross up through higher time frames again, which, again, you guys been watching the channel for a while, you do know that does equate to price action to the upside. So if we can keep all these things going, it's going to be really awesome. And I'll be really excited, because we don't want this stuff to go up super fast, because it'll come down super fast, right? And not only that, but if Bitcoin's just slowly going up, we're going to see a nicer move. It's going to give us a lot more time for our altcoins to pop, and that's what we really want. So yeah, I'll definitely be happy with that. I do not think dominance is going to plummet. I do know a few people that are kind of saying that. As of right now, I don't really see that happening, but it could potentially happen in the future. As for right now, though, I don't see it happening. But if it does, it's okay, because we'll be right here watching, and we'll act accordingly, right? So As you can see, the Ethereum dominance is even going up as well, which is pretty interesting because if you look at this on a weekly time frame, especially this, let me take off these MAs so y'all can see just a little better. And you can see this chart essentially is kind of like, either you can say one big cup and handle, or you could say it's an inverse head and shoulders, which is really insane. Because, yeah, that could get very, very interesting. I've been watching this for about a year now. This could definitely get interesting if Ethereum were to overtake the Bitcoin market cap, which I'm not even going to say that is going to happen right now, but it could in the future. I mean, listen, guys, there's just like in history, right? There's only certain countries or empires that rule so long, right? It's the same deal. It's the same thing. So it is the same thing. So now that we've looked at Bitcoin and Ethereum, if there's any assets that you guys want me to take a peek at, we can totally take a look at them. But while we're waiting, we're actually going to look at one I kind of did put in the Telegram a couple of weeks ago. Been waiting on this thing forever, though. This thing took forever. But it finally did what it was supposed to. Could it keep going? It could, but it doesn't have to at all. It could stop here and be perfectly fine. As you can see, I'm going to go to the daily. As you can see, though, this thing literally was just building this rounded bottom the whole entire time. And then finally, boom, took off, right? In a matter of, maybe like a week, let's just say. This thing's produced some pretty good gains, so definitely can't be mad at that. Cat, if you guys aren't familiar, it's Cambria. If you guys aren't familiar with that, it is on my watch list. And if you don't have access to my watch list, just join the Telegram. Fire Chain, we definitely been watching that one. Getting close to a breakout of a descending wedge. 68% chance that it breaks to the upside. That's how these patterns work. And the same, if it was a rising wedge, it'd be a 68% chance that it breaks to the downside. So that's what we're working with right now. Fire Chain's looking a little better than it has been the last couple of weeks. See if we can get a breakout, maybe a retest of the breakout, and keep this thing moving in the right direction. Any assets that you guys want me to take a look at? You know how many you got here, right? Take a Everybody's having an awesome night. Go ahead and take a look at PYR. PYR is trying to break this resistance. It's got a little bit decent resistance here. Let's see if it can break through. If it can break through, that'd be great. Then we could talk about definitely getting a nice relief for this thing. Definitely long overdue, just like a lot of other assets. Very, very long overdue. Casper, okay, cool. Yeah, we could totally take a look at Casper. Electronic. Do you have the ticker for that, Soundbuzz? Wait, this might end up being Casper, may end up being a CoinTrader Pro thing, but let's see. See what kind of data we got working with, what we're going to be working with here over on CoinTrader. Because I'd rather have more data. It's always, definitely always a good thing to have most data when looking at charts. Casper, it's, you know, it's got some, it just got them breaking through this resistance right here. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Sitting right on top of it, but it's got some more resistance to go though. If we can break this range though, we'd definitely be sitting in a better area. We can break all this stuff right in here, it would definitely be much better. So, see what our MACD looks like. Oh, we got a MACD crossed above the 0 line on the histogram, so that's definitely a positive note. Again, we're having a lot of great stuff happen, so I'm definitely excited. Yeah, let's look up Tonic. Let's see what Tonic's doing. Yeah, same thing. A lot of the same thing with a lot of these assets, believe it or not. Trying. It's trying. It's sitting right here. It's got a little bit more resistance to go, as you can see. So yeah, we're not doing too bad though. We just really have to break this. We can break this. We can definitely start talking much higher prices. You could be potentially talking like maybe a 50% move to start. Yeah. I mean, you got a little bit, some hang-ups in here, but you know, totally get through that. That's really not much. Honestly, it's really not. I've seen a lot worse. So yeah, let's get back over here to Trading View. Smart Mesh, again, just finally getting above that resistance, so that's definitely a positive thing. Let's see, because this is the lowest this thing's ever been, so this is actually something I do like. Very low risk on this, or well, from where it is price-wise now. Some people might say it's, you know, it's a high-risk play, but it's one of those ones for me that, you know, you throw $100 at it. You know, there are some fundamentals there. These guys have survived 2 bear markets. They've been building the whole entire time. There's a lot of other things in the background. So for me, I don't mind, you know, throwing some money on this thing since they have survived these previous bear markets. One second. This one over here, remember earlier, well, talking in the stream here, we were talking that ES1 was seeing some positive momentum. Still got this little bit of resistance here to break. As you can see, this has been in this pattern since December of 2021. So very interesting here. So if we can get a breakout here, that'd be great. I'm not really sure what we're gonna see, but it's not looking bad right as of right now, right? But we could get a bull trap up here, get a bull trap. But you know, again, we're gonna keep watching all this stuff very closely and keeping it all up to date. Oh, nice, Jasmine finally making a move. It's, you know, it's kind of been just chilling for a couple days, but that's good. It's been chilling right up on top of support here. As you can see, it broke out of the ascending wedge. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that, right? Jasmine, just to get back to the 236, you know, we're looking at 0.00863. And as you can see, boom, resistance here. We're not going to break it the first time, guys, but you know, it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna take some time, but it's got to be patient, hang in there, and there's gonna be a lot of money to be made in this market. That's for sure. I mean, geez, just to get back to just for a standard relief for this thing, um, could be potentially talking 1.1 pennies, 1.2 pennies, maybe even 2.6 pennies. But again, just got to take it level by level, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. So, yeah, pretty excited for all this stuff. Finally, we're starting to see some positive momentum in the market, which is good. You have Chinese New Year coming up, so I think some more money is going to be start to flow in this market. A lot of people are coming back from vacations with their families, etc., 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 and we will start to see the money flow. And you know, a lot of people are scared right now that we're going to keep going lower and lower and lower. But I mean, that's what really we have to get a relief, guys, before those kind of things happen. So, gotta get a relief first. We get a relief, yeah, sure. Then you know, there's a lot of economic situations, but I'm not really going to get too deep into that because we're just going to take this level by level. I personally think that there's going to be a lot of other things take place, but you know, we can get in. That's a whole other large topic. So, and we can totally get into that in another stream or a video, or we can talk about it in Telegram chat. I'm totally cool with that too. So again, guys, if you're new here, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe so you can get notified anytime I go live or post a video. Definitely a lot of solid information, guys. If you're willing to learn and willing to pick up on a lot of this stuff, yeah, we can totally look up H-bar. Honestly, guys, I think I know, you know, I started out with the whole XRP community and things like that, but I'll be honest, guys, I had to kind of step away for a while because people were saying some pretty wild price predictions, and I didn't like that because I felt like it promoted a lot of false hope, right? Just some things that are not gonna happen. They're just not. The charts do not reflect it whatsoever, you know. So it's kind of disheartening when you start seeing stuff like that, and essentially leading people astray. You know, I'm not really cool with that, but you know, I will cover what is potentially going to be in store, right? Yeah, exactly. See, that's the shit I'm talking about. 35K. That's not realistic. It's just not. And you know, I wish it was for everybody's sake, but let's just be real here. You know, like fuck. That doesn't even nowhere on the XRP price chart does it say XRP will hit $35,000. There's no fucking it's just not there, guys. You know, I'm sorry, but I will tell you the truth. You know, and I'll give you my honest analysis on the situation. But 35K is not in the cards. It's just not. At least right now. You know, who knows? Could be like 50 years from now. Hey, who am I to say it wouldn't be, right? But anytime soon, or the next market cycle, or when the fucking case ends, or whatever these people are saying, it's not true. And all they're doing is essentially just wasting people's time, money, and emotions, and it's crazy. It's just crazy. But if y'all are on here and you like XRP, we'll cover it on live stream. I don't care. I don't mind it. It's another asset to track. And, you know, I know there's a lot of fundamentals there, etc., etc., and I'm totally fine with that. But the unrealistic price predictions are just asinine. They just are. So, And you know, I'm gonna keep it real. So that's just the way it goes. But for H bar right now, H bar is looking pretty good. Again, though, looking around that same stuff though, man. It's battling some resistance here. It's not quite up on top. But you know, I mean, we could totally break through this. No problem. Your first price target to really get rejected pretty hard could potentially be about 5.6 cents. It will get rejected the first time there, but could break through, right? A little bit of resistance here, but that's okay. Gets rejected here, comes down, maybe back tests this area of support here, maybe tries to make another run, breaks through the 236, come up here to like 7.6. It's going to get rejected again the first time. It's just the way charts work. And if it does blow through it, it's going to come here to the 50 line, get rejected, come back down, probably blow through this again, and back test the 236 as support, and then come up the right way, and you know, whatever, right? It's just the way it goes. So that's typically how that stuff works out. But so yeah. Anybody else have anything, any other ones that they want to talk about? Give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, so you know, GMT probably gonna be another good one. GMT is doing the same thing, coming up, battling this resistance right here. And if you look left, you got a little bit of resistance here as well. Once you break through that, free to run to the next level, right? But if we're actually looking for price targets, yeah, that's right. This thing was a late launch. Late launch. So let's take a look. Take a look. Yeah, not quite 236 yet. But the cool thing is, once you do break that resistance, not too far from there, you'll have that 236 test there. Don't really want to talk about too much after that currently, just because a lot of these assets, they might get rejected at the 236, and we don't know what Bitcoin's going to be doing yet. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, yes, I still like VeChain. I still like Safe Haven. It's not that I do not like them, and I will totally cover them. It's just it's one of those things where it hasn't reached. Safe Haven, I like. You know, I do like VeChain as well. ROI might not be as great as some other ones, but that's okay. Safe Haven really hasn't had a fair shot at a full-on bull run yet. Kind of like VeChain as well, ever since they did a token swap and all that other stuff a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember when VeChain used to be VN. They increased their supply, all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'm still a fan. I still believe in them from a fundamental standpoint, and we can cover those as well. But VeChain hasn't hit my buy targets quite yet, to be honest. And if this is a full-on relief rally, it's probably not going to hit my targets until later on, towards the end of this year, right? So as you can see, I still look at VeChain, still dabble, right? But same scenario here too. You got VeChain battling this resistance. If it can break this resistance, we're free to run to the next resistance level. But we haven't quite done it yet, but that's okay. We can go over here, kind of get an area with some targets we're kind of looking at. Like me personally, guys, I'm looking to buy VeChain for 0.008. That's my target. Maybe even if I'm really gung ho, I might buy it at a penny. It just hasn't quite hit my buy range yet. Not only that, but Listen, guys, I have a shit ton of VNFTs, so if I just want to stack up some VeChain, all I gotta do is sell some of those too. So, but I'm kind of have a plan. Let's see if it works out. I got a little bit of a plan though, so let's see if it works. But yeah, Soundbuzz says, I remember the Ven days. I found Mac from old vet videos brings me back. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, for real though. Seriously, those are definitely long past us now. But those were some interesting days for sure, to say the least. Pretty cool though. Pretty cool. But yeah, no, I still like VeChain. You know, if we didn't hit that price target that I'm talking about, and I'll tell you why I'm not like so like, oh, VeChain, like, so like, let's just say hypothetically this was the bottom, right? And we're about to go into the next market cycle, and we're kind of wondering potentially where the price of VeChain, you know, where the top would look like, you know. You're looking right now at about roughly $1.70 from the current low, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. So you'd have to put in $1,880 today in order to get a $170,000 return on your money, right? There's a lot more attractive stuff out there. So for me, I'm gonna wait till the price comes down. Now let's just say, you know, right around my 0.008 target, right? Which it would be a double bottom roughly right here too. And you would have a lot more support. You have a decent amount of support here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. But there's even more here. So that's cool too. But if it doesn't go down there, go balls deep. I'm just not. It doesn't make sense. For ROI, it doesn't make sense. Well, I still have some, yes, because I have a bunch of VNFTs. I'm going to offload them, stack my VeChain, and have fun with it, right? But, so yeah. If we were to go there, well, we're talking a little bit better returns. Not the greatest, but still better, right? Especially considering the supply. The supply's a lot higher. So then you'd be talking about $252,000 return from an $800 investment. That's better, right? That's totally better. So I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad at that at all. But there's a lot better stuff out there. So will I have some? Sure. But am I going to be, you know, crazy about it? No. I wouldn't. That's okay. Let's see here. But yeah, let's look at Safe Haven. Safe Haven's actually at some pretty good prices right now. But it could still potentially go lower. But, you know, I did buy a little bit here. Sure. Why not, right? It's a good price. It's a good price. Got bull divergence on the weekly. Big time. On the daily, of course, right? But this thing, definitely looking good. There's not really much holding this back until you get about to $80 per 100K. You're gonna battle some pretty tough resistance there. But after that, you know, you got a little bit here, right around $150 per 100,000. And then here's where you got a lot more resistance, is about $202 per 100K. 167. Well, we'll just mark the range, right? Makes it a lot easier. Just mark this little range here. Gonna be battling that resistance right there so you guys can see better. Okay. Oh. Then we got some more up here, so let's see what happens. Again, though, I don't believe this is really the bottom for altcoins. Again, we're going to see that last capitulation phase, you know, coming in towards the end of the year, maybe even the beginning of next year. You know, obviously, I'll be around, I'll be hanging out. You guys will be up to date on everything, the way things are kind of looking. So we still have some time. So it's best just to approach all the stuff with a very level head, and you know, just keep stacking where you think's appropriate. That's what I say. You know. Game bounced right off here at 9.34%. Bounced up, actually broke above, trying to battle this resistance. If we can break this resistance, you know, we can keep on, you know, slowly grinding up. But if not, you know, right here, 786, we're looking at 7.68%. And I think eventually we will end up hitting that. It's just going to take some time, you know. Maybe these are the levels we'll be looking at end of this year, potentially. Who knows? Again, playing it level by level. We'll see what happens, right? Do like a lot. Good prices, but I'm not buying yet. I think towards the end of the year, maybe beginning of next, we could be looking at a 39.40 Orion protocol, which would be pretty awesome. It would actually be very awesome. IoTex hasn't, it kind of dabbled with my first target here at the 50, but I really don't want to buy there. I don't want to buy. A little bit of support there, right? But not a lot. There's a lot more here, and there's a little here too, right? But essentially, I think this thing probably, if it were to come down to 786, it would be a hell of a buy. And I'll show you why. IoTex, got a lot of love for IoTex. Shout out to you, Larry. He's the business developer over at IoTex, doing big things, as always. Guy's awesome. Which actually, we're going to be talking to him here shortly, too. Awesome guy. IoTex, you know, right around the same price point that I'd be looking to buy into VeChain. Could be potentially looking at a $3.84 IoTex. Not bad. Not bad. I really do believe in what IoTex is building over there. They got a whole monstrous ecosystem they're working on. They were part of the Binance Launchpad tokens. So yeah, just a little history. But yeah, I like them a lot. Yeah, no problem, brother. No problem. Absolutely. We're gonna do these once a week. At some point, I may even start doing the lives twice a week. Just because I've noticed the live streams, they get more views than my actual videos. So I might just start doing lives twice a week versus once a week. We'll see what happens, you know? See what happens. Hex, I like Hex. I think Richard Hart is pretty damn smart, if I'm being honest. A lot of people were hating on the guy. They still do hate on the guy all the time. But I think he's a smart guy, to be honest. But did I buy any yet? No, I didn't. Being patient. I think we're yet to hit in my target box here. I really do. So we hit here. It's going to be an epic ride for Hex. It's going to be a very epic ride for Hex. And to be honest, I'm really excited to see what this man has up his sleeve for Pulse X. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to be a privacy coin. So that's going to be very interesting. So if it does hit my first target at 0.00735, we could be potentially looking at a $7 Hex. You know, this is all stuff for the future, guys. I'm talking now, right? I like to stay 10 steps ahead in this market, or at least try to, because you got to have a little foresight. You have some foresight, you can make better choices. You're not as stressed when all these things happen. and it just makes everything go so much smoother. So, yeah. People were asking about AGI. I do still like AGI, guys. I do. I promise. I do. But the problem is you can't have everything because you can't watch everything. It's just too much. It's too much. But you know, see what happens. It's looking good. Still looking strong. Again, we did get rejected at 382 the first time. Okay, that's normal. Instagram for the MACD, well above 50 on the RSI. It looking like it has to cool down a little bit, but that's okay. It can totally cool down. I would really like to see it backtest this 236 as support and then start working its way back up. That'll give it plenty of cooldown time and you know, plenty of time to keep going up. So, but yeah, it's having trouble breaking this resistance here at the 382, which is about 10 cents. Having trouble. But it can totally break it. So, yeah. Is there anything else y'all want me to look at? Because if not, I might just head up out of here. I know I came on a little earlier than I normally did. Probably shouldn't have, but that's okay. No big deal. Just kind of playing with times. I was kind of considering doing an afternoon stream just to see how many people we'd have. Because the time I have been doing it in the evenings, we've been getting more people. Like, might not sound like a lot, but you know, last week we had 12 consistent people throughout the whole entire live stream, which is pretty awesome. You know, we started at 8, kind of just slowly building up every week doing this. So I'm pretty happy. I personally believe that we could totally be up to 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So I know it sounds so wild, but it can happen really fast, guys. I promise, it really can. I never really tried to grow this thing, but I think I want to now because you know I enjoy this stuff anyway, and it just makes sense. You know, I like helping people as well, so it just makes sense. And not only that, eventually at some point, I don't know if he's still in here or not, but Bullish Jeff probably going to co-host this thing with me, which will be pretty awesome. We literally can talk on the phone for hours, so it's literally easy. So easy. I really like when you have somebody else to talk to pretty fluently as well on these things. But yeah, that's pretty much what the whole entire market's doing right now. It's just, you know, it's hitting resistance right now. SAR up, hit resistance. A lot of things are hitting resistance, but it's a good start. It's a really good start. Don't know what all assets you guys are really like into right now, if you even hold any assets, but you know, Glimmer, Moonbeam, looking, we're still in this descending wedge. Can we break out? Would be nice. It would be real nice. But we're hitting resistance right here. Once we clear this resistance, we can talk a little bit more. So that's what I'm really kind of looking for. Once we do a breakout of here, I'm going to erase all this stuff and look at some potential upside targets. And yeah, keep it rolling. So yeah, I think that's all I really got, guys. So if you guys are not a part of the Telegram, hit the link in the description. That'll get you access to the Telegram. Come hang out with us. Come talk in there. Literally, someone's pretty much always in there. You guys can talk crypto, whatever you want, right? So, if you guys found any value in this video at all, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend or family member. And see you.